Hello everyone, I'm Neeraj. Welcome to the video of Selenium IDE. So in this video we are going to learn about Selenium IDE. This is the agenda for today. In this video we are going to see about the introduction of Selenium IDE. Then we'll go to see pros and cons of Selenium IDE. After that we'll look into the installation, how we can install Selenium IDE on our machine. Then we'll look into the features of Selenium IDE. We'll look into the UI of Selenium IDE. Then we'll look into types of command, how many types of command are there in Selenium IDE. Then we look into the difference between assert and verify command. And finally, we'll take some examples of common command that we are using in Selenium IDE. So Selenium IDE is the Selenium Integrated Development Environment. It is the simplest framework in Selenium suite. It is easy to learn because there is no need to learn any programming language for that. Is generally used as a Firefox and Chrome plugin that you can install as easily you can do with other plugins. These are some pros and cons of using Selenium IDE. First pros is advantage of using Selenium IDE. It is very easy to use and install. Uh, but the cons for that is it is available only in Firefox and Chrome. For learning Selenium IDE, no programming experience is required, only knowledge of DOM and HTML is required, but it is designed only to create prototype of tests. With the Selenium IDE, we can create only basic scripts for our test, but for extending our script to work in real type environment, we need to do some amendments in the script. Next process is we can export tests into any format that can be used in Selenium IC and WebDriver. So with Selenium IDE, we have advantage of exporting the design script into different formats like Java, Ruby, Python, Perl. On the other hand, the cons for is that no support for iteration and conditional operation. With Selenium IDE, we cannot implement it, iterative and conditional operations. Means we cannot implement for loops or we cannot implement if else loop in Selenium IDE. It has built-in help and test result reporting module, but the test execution is very slow compared to Selenium RC and WebDriver. Now we look into the installation of Selenium IDE. How we can install Selenium IDE? Let's look into that. Open the Firefox. Just type here as Selenium IDE. This is the URL from where you can download the add-on for Selenium IDE. I am clicking on this. Now you can look here. We have support for downloading the Selenium IDE add-on in two different browsers, Chrome and Firefox. Since we are using Firefox, so we'll choose Firefox download. Now click on Add to Firefox button. Click on Add. It's showing message that Selenium IDE has been added to Firefox. Now you can restart your browser. Open the Firefox again. You can see here, this is the icon for Selenium IDE. So Selenium IDE got installed on your machine. If I click on this icon, it will open the Selenium IDE. So this is the UI for Selenium IDE. So this is the UI of Selenium IDE. So let's see about the detail of this UI. These are the features of Selenium IDE. On the top you can see there is file, edit, action, option and help menu. Then second is the base URL. Here you can enter the URL of your application that you want to test through automation. Next one is the toolbar. On left side there is a test case pane. Here if you are running a test suite, all the test cases will display for the particular test suite over here. And this one is the table view of your script. And below you are seeing the logs of the script. So this is a it contains an option to create, open, save, and close tests. Tests are saved in HTML format. The most useful option is export. With this export option, you can export your test cases in different languages. Like you can export your test case in C Sharp, in Java, Python, in Ruby. You can choose any format and your final script will appear in that particular format. Now in edit menu, we can insert a new command or insert a new command in all test scripts. Now there is an option menu. Option menu is generally used for doing the following setting. There are different tabs available in the option menu. First one is the general tab. In that you can set the default timeout. Default timeout is the timeout for which the script will wait for the particular element to be present on your web page. By default, this timeout will be of 30 seconds, but you can change the timeout from here. This checkbox, remember base URL, is used for if you check this checkbox, Selenium IDE will remember the URL on which you are working. If you check this checkbox, start recording immediately on open, and on opening the Firefox browser, it will automatically start recording the steps. Then last tab is a location builder. It will tell us the sequence of all the element locator. So the sequence given here is used for identifying an element available on the web page. Like if during recording of a script, first of all it will search for ID of an element. If ID is not available, then it will go for name, then it will go for CSS, then link. So in this particular order, it will search for an element based on the element locators. These are the some buttons available on the toolbar. First one is the playback speed. You can manage your test execution speed with this button. Second one is a record button for recording. This is a toggle switch. When you want to start recording, just click on this button. When you want to stop recording, again click on this button. So it is working toggle. Next icon is for playing the entire suite. If you click on this icon, it will execute the complete test suite in one go. Next icon is for playing the current test case. If you click on this icon, it will execute only the current test case available on the screen. The next button is for pausing or resuming the test case. It is also a toggle button. It will pause or resume your test case. Then next button is for step. This button will allow you to step into each command into your test case. Then next icon is for apply rollup rules. This is an advanced functionality. It allows you to group Selenium command together and execute them as a single action. So with the help of this, you can combine multiple steps and run those steps in a single go. This test case pane is used for displaying the number of test cases available in the test suite under execution. If you are running a test suite, there are multiple test cases in that. So it will show the sequence of execution in this particular test case pane. So the highlighted test case means that this test case is under execution, and after execution it will mark the test case by green or red symbol. Green symbol means the test case is passed, and red highlighted symbol means the test case is failed. And if you look at the bottom of this test case pane, it will show the total number of runs of the test case and total number of failures, how many test cases have failed. This is the editor for our test script. We have two formats for editor. One is table and another is source format. In table format, script is available in tabular form. In first column, we have different commands that we are going to use in our script. In middle column, there is a target column. Target column is used for providing the element locators that are used for identifying an object. Last column is used for providing the value that we are to insert in the input fields. Similarly, in source format, our script is available in HTML format, so we can also edit the script from here. But for that, we need to have knowledge of HTML. Then there is a log pane. Log pane is generally used for showing the logs after execution. There are different type of logs. First one is the debug. Debug messages are not displayed in the log pane. They show up only when you filter them. They provide technical information about what Selenium IDE is doing behind the scenes. It may display messages such as a specific module has done loading, a certain function is called, or an external JavaScript file was loaded as an extension. The second tab is the info tab. It says which Selenium command is currently executing. Third one is the warn. These are the warning messages that are encountered in a special situation. And last one is the error. These are error messages generated when Selenium IDE fail to execute command, or if a condition is specified by verify or assert command is not met. Then second one is the reference pane. It will give you reference about the different commands. You can see the reference of different command, what the command is doing, how we can use that command. All such kind of info is available in the reference pane. And last tab is the roll-up pane. Roll-up pane is generally used for combining the multiple steps into a single instance, and by combining the multiple steps you can use them as a reusable script and you can call them anywhere in your script. There are three type of commands in Selenium IDE. First type of commands are actions, second one is SSRs, and third one is assertions. Action are the commands that directly interact with the web page. Example, if you want to click on a web button, you use click command. If you want to write something in the input box, you use type command. So they are performing action on particular element. Second one is the SSS command. These are the commands that allow you to store value to a variable. For storing a variable, we need a command where we can store the variable. So in Selenium IDE, there are different commands like store title. Store title command is used for storing the title of the web page. Similarly, there is another command that is store value that is used for storing any runtime value and use that value later in the script. Third one is the assertions. There is other command that verify if a certain condition is met or not. There are three types of assertions: assert, verify, wait for. When the assert command fails, the test is stopped immediately. When a verify command fails, Selenium IDE log this failure and continue with the test execution. Wait for. Before proceeding the next command, wait for command will wait for a certain condition to become true. If that condition becomes true, it will execute the next step. But if the condition is not true, then the particular step fails and test execution will continue. So these are the difference between assert and verify command. You can see here we use assert title and verify title command. If assert command fails, further execution will halt or script ends as soon as assert command fails. But if a verify command fails, it will log the failure in the logs, but further execution of script will continue. These are some common commands that we are using in Selenium IDE. First command is the open command. Number of parameters are 0 to 2 in this. This command is generally used for opening the URL. Second command is click or click and wait command. Number of parameter in this one. This is generally used for clicking on a particular button. Then third is the type and type keys command. In this number of parameters are 2. So these are generally used for typing anything in the input box. Next one is the verify title or assert title. Number of parameter is 1. It is generally used for comparing the actual page title with the expected value. Then there is verify text present. This is generally used for verifying the text present on a web page. And next one is verify element present. This is generally used for verifying the element present on web page. Then there is verify table that compares the content of table with expected value. And there is wait for page to load that is used for wait for the loading of page. And the next one is wait for element present. This command is generally used for generally wait for the time uh, till the element present on the web page. If the element is not present with the time frame, then it will show the failure. So that's all about today's video. Thanks for watching. In case of any query, please drop me a mail to theqmentors@gmail.com. If you like this video, please like and subscribe the channel to get the details about new video. Thank you very much. Happy learning.